And why? Because that's the very important question. What you're seeing right now, you have to start asking questions. Why they're doing it. So I grew up behind the Iron Curtain. I grew up in a country that was taken over by socialism and communism. And here's what I'm telling you. In order to subdue a nation, in order to enslave free people, you have to first create an enemy and put that focus on enemy. Right now we have invisible enemy. Also, you have to eliminate the middle class. You have to eliminate small and medium-sized businesses. Why? Because middle class people are well traveled. They've been places. They're highly patriotic. The middle class people are very patriotic. Why? Because they love their country. Why? Because their country has given them opportunities. I love a country that gives me opportunities, that I can work hard, I can achieve something, and I can pass inheritance to my children and their children. And that's what the whole thing is all about, is us leaving a legacy, leaving a blessing to the next generation so they can have easier lives, so they can achieve more than their parents. It's being eliminated right now. That's why you see this great attack on the small and medium-sized businesses. Ask yourself another question. If this enemy, let's call this craziness an enemy, invisible enemy, if this enemy was so deadly and people would be dying left and right, it does not make any sense to open big corporations and keep them open, like Walmarts and Safeways and superstores and IKEAs and those big mega stores. Because why? There are so many people, and the contamination is going to happen easier. It's more difficult to clean a big space than the tiny store across from the street. But what happened? They shut down the little guys and they kept open the big corporations. Why? It's not about health, it's about control, and it's about great reset. They are taking your money away and they are placing this wealth into big corporations because they have a goal. Whatever you're seeing right now, they have a goal. You may not understand that goal. You may not know what's going on, but they have a plan. And the plan is to get the rich richer and the poor poorer and eliminate a middle class. When you eliminate the middle class are people that if you tick them off, they'll hire a lawyer, they will sue the police, they will sue the government, they will go after. If you make them angry, they will come together and they will go after you and they will put a check on the government's power. Every year I go to Europe and I go to Auschwitz-Birkenau. Auschwitz-Birkenau is the biggest concentration camp built by man in the modern history. They say 1 million, some say 2 million people were murdered within a very short period of time in that place. I go over there to remind myself what the people are capable of if you don't put a check to their power. They will be just taking and taking. They will keep taking. A bully never stops bullying. A bully needs to be stopped. Evil has to be stopped. Evil will not stop on its own. So going back to what we are seeing right now is elimination of the middle class that is the biggest threat to the totalitarian government, creating a nation of very poor people being run by extremely powerful politically, powerful financially. When I was growing up behind the Iron Curtain, that's exactly how the system was working. You had 50,000 communists. So listen to the numbers: 50,000 communists ruling over 36 million Poles. Until one day, 36 million Poles said, wait a second, there's more of us than of them. Why are we serving them? Why we are their slaves? They impoverished the entire population for 40, 50 years. Polish people were completely destroyed. Their lives were destroyed. The lives of the children and their grandchildren destroyed. And 50,000 people had everything the heart desired. Don't kid yourself. Communism and socialism and fascism, it's not create equal society, that everyone are on the same level. And that's just not the case. You always have the totalitarian rulers, the kings, the masters, if you will, and then the rest are the slaves. The difference is, in capitalism, you can become extremely wealthy if you want. You can become a success story. You can work hard, you can achieve more. In socialism, fascism, and communism, you cannot unless you worship the state. Why they're eliminating Christianity? Why they're fighting with pastors? Why they're burning down churches right now in Canada and arresting us? Because we worship God, the true God. They want us to worship the state.